A very good afternoon to you. This is your lunchtime news bulletin live on MTV Sports. With news first, I'm Shahin Jurangpati. Here are your headlines. Investigations launched into the assault on the students of the Kelaniya University. Lectures for several external programs conducted by the Colombo University will not be held tomorrow and the day after. Prime Minister Erdogan calls on Turks to distance themselves from lawless protests. Now for those stories in detail. The science faculty of the Kelaniya University has been temporarily closed down. Vice Chancellor of the university, Professor Sarath Amanugama, noted that the decision was taken in order to ensure the security of the university students. Following the attack, the university's hostel. Now thereby, the Vice Chancellor had informed all students of the science faculty to vacate the university premises as well as the hostels. The police said that they have launched investigations into the incident. According to students at the hostel, the group of thugs broke into the boys' hostel located down Sivali Mawatha and assaulted the students. Individuals from our batch and parallel classes broke into the hostel and assaulted everyone who was asleep. They had large poles, steel pipes, and I think they even had a sword. 3 or 4 people had lacerations. This is not the first time this has happened. This is a planned in motion to create disharmony among the occupants of this hostel. According to the police, the group had forced their way into the hostel at around 11 p.m. yesterday. The police noted that the attack was carried out by an unidentified group together with the rival student faction. According to the police media spokesperson's office, 4 students who suffered injuries have been admitted to the Ragam Teaching Hospital, while 2 students have been admitted to the Kiribati Hospital. Meanwhile, the vandals that caused damage to the St. Francis Church in Angulana, Moratuwa are still at large. According to the police, investigations have been launched focusing on several leads. The vandals who entered the church on the night of the 5th caused extensive damage to the church. The Ministry of Health says that 13,900 dengue patients have been reported in the island so far this year. Director of the Epidemiology Unit of the Ministry, Dr. Pabba Paliyawardena, said that the highest number of patients have been reported from the Colombo and Gampaha districts. Taking the situation into consideration, Dr. Pabba Paliyawardena said that a special program will be launched tomorrow to examine schools and surrounding areas in the Colombo municipality to identify and remove locations that are conducive for the breeding of dengue mosquitoes. She went on to note that the inspections will be carried out by health officials, officers of the Environment Police and Army. Dr. Paliyawardena said that these officers will conduct inspections in state institutions as well as houses in the Colombo municipality. Meanwhile, officials have announced that lectures for several external programs conducted by the Colombo University will not be held tomorrow and the day after due to steps being taken to eradicate dengue mosquito breeding grounds in the Colombo University. Speaking to News First, Dr. Kumar Hinamuregama said, the Vice Chancellor of the Colombo University noted that as a result of this, lectures for external courses offered by the Education, Management and Law faculties will be affected. Weekend lectures conducted by the Human Resources Development Institute of the Colombo University have also been cancelled due to this. The Vice Chancellor noted that a special program will be launched tomorrow together with the Ministry of Defence in order to eradicate mosquito breeding grounds. Lectures at 4 faculties of the university were postponed on Wednesday after mosquito breeding grounds were identified within the Colombo University. The final rites of the law faculty student of the Colombo University who died while receiving treatment at the National Hospital in Colombo recently will be held today. The remains of the student are currently lying at her residence in Kegol. Deputy Director of the National Hospital, Dr. Cyril De Silva, noted that the victim, who was admitted to hospital with internal bleeding, had contracted the dengue virus. St. Nisansala was a second-year student at the Colombo University Law Faculty. The victim was a resident of the Pahalakanda area in Debatgama, Kegol. Minister of Environment and Renewable Energy Susil Premajayantha says that steps will be taken not to issue permits to miners who do not close up mines after concluding mining activities. He made this statement during a ceremony held in Ratnapura yesterday in line with World Environment Day.
During the event, which was held in the Kuruita area in Ratnapura, steps were taken to close up several old mines and plant trees. Through the Gem and Jewellery Authority, we will impose a new term on the permits that the individuals who obtain the mining permits should take steps to fill up the mine after mining. Else, we will not issue permits to these individuals hereafter.
The National Freedom Front continued to collect signatures for a petition call on the government not to grant land and police powers to the Northern Provincial Council. The program was held in Kandy and Kegol yesterday.
The campaign to collect signatures from the public was staged opposite the Kandy Central Public Market. Incidentally, UPFA Central Provincial Councillor Anra Fernando as well as UNP Central Provincial Councillor Lakshman Bichesiri were also present at the occasion. The group also met with the Mahanayaka of the Ramanya Mahanikaya, Most Venerable Napane Premasir Thero. The President has lent an ear to the request made by the public. We have seen in the papers that they are submitting proposals to the Cabinet of Ministers to amend it. We request the abolishment of all separatist powers, not only in the Northern Provincial Council, cancel the land and police powers. We also call on the abolition of all provincial councils. Thereafter, a program was also carried out in the Kegol area to gather signatures for this petition.
In the meantime, the Department of Motor Traffic says that the obtaining of an emission test will be made mandatory from the 1st of next month for those obtaining vehicle registrations in the Northern Province. Commissioner General of the Department S.H. Harishchandra said that the facilities to obtain emission tests has been provided around the island. S.H. Harishchandra went on to note that the details of stations where emission tests can be obtained have been published in newspapers. He added that the public and the government officials have been notified the process of the test as well. The Commissioner General said that vehicle registration could only be obtained if the relevant faction possesses an emission test.
If you believe in the truth, if you believe in your own right to be informed, if you believe in the power of information, newsfirst.lk.
And that brings today's edition of Lunchtime News to an end. For News First, I'm Shanjarang Pati. Goodbye and take care.